There's no one down the road. And the valet guys fobbed it.
Baby, be quiet. Fucking shit.
Hey, Daddy. Yeah, baby.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You guys are loud. Damn. It's fucking 9 p.m., bro. Why are you guys being loud for? We just woke up. Damn, who just woke up? Who just woke up? I got my meat out. Oh, you're glizzy, bro? Hold on. What's up, y'all? Everyone's like, he's back. He's back. It's the return of the Mac. It's the return of the Mac. All right, fellas. Let's get this cracking. Return of the Mac. Damn, bro. Okay, hold on. Give me like 5 minutes. Because everyone's still joining. Market's gonna get wrecked this week. See about that. We'll see about that. Who thinks we're gonna go up? Who thinks we're gonna go down? It doesn't matter if we go up or down because we'll make money, right? Up, down, sideways. If it's sideways, we'll lose. Either has to go up or down. I was thinking the same thing, Mike. I was just gonna tweet that out. I'm like, you know what? I think we should go live every week, every day this week. Who thinks we should go live every day this week? All right, everyone, retweet what I just tweeted. Retweet that, please. Give me some engagement, bro. I lost some followers. Oh, why are people unfollowing me? What I do? Oh, seriously though, what the fuck? How did I lose 400 followers in fucking a week? They all follow me for the giveaways, and when they don't win, they just get mad. They're like, man, fuck Kevin, man, never gonna win, man. All right, okay, let's go. I'm waiting for my. Thanks, SK. What is that? I'm gonna start it once people stop joining. So give me a second. Give me 1 second. You know, I didn't even know today was a holiday until like yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm like, is the market open? I'm over here like getting ready for the market. And then I'm like, wait a minute. It's closed. All right. Here we go. What anime is that black cover? No one can guess what anime I have on. Nobody can guess. Damn, everyone's drawing on the thing. Look at this. It's getting, I'm about to kick whoever's annotating on this. I can see your fucking name, right? Are you fucking stupid? I can see your name, bro. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna kick you because it's dumb. All right. So anyone saw my stories the past day when I was like, I started with a certain amount and then I dropped my account balance by like a fourth. Now, has anyone ever done that before? And did you know that that is a good way to prevent yourself from losing profits? Because how many of you have made money in a week and you lose it all the next week? Good job. Good job. Me too. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't make the same as me because the whole point is you're giving away that money, right? You're giving away your profits. Now, why do people do that? Why do people give away their profits? And how many of you have ended up risking more? Okay, so let's say this week you're like risking 1,000, 2,000, and you make like 10,000 by the end of the week, right? And then the next week you end up risking like 3,000, 4,000 out of nowhere because your account balance is up. Anybody? So this is what people do, and I've done that. I've done this like so many times to the point where I have, and that's the reason why I cut my balance by a fourth every week. It is because I do it so many fucking times, and I'm tired. I'm literally tired of giving my profits up because it's like, dude, I do all this preparation, right? I do all this preparation. I spend all this time in front of my fucking chart to make this fucking money only to fucking lose it. Right? Sometimes you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and you gotta be like, you are one dumb motherfucker, bro. You know, you gotta look at yourself and just slap yourself like I just did. Right? You gotta just wake up and understand that your money, your profits aren't profits until they're in your bank account. Am I right or wrong? Some people are like, I'm up 100% this week. I'm up 500%. I'm up 1,000%. Where's the money at? And you lose it the next fucking week. You're like, bro, right? Like, I'm up 100%. Where is it? Right? And until you withdraw that shit and it hits your bank account, you're not up. And that was one hard fucking truth that I had to face, that I had to like admit, and that I had to like, cause like I'd be up like 100% in a week, and then the next week I'd give it all up. I'd give it all back to the market, because here's the thing, right? The more money the more consistent you become, the more confident you get. The more confident you get, it's only natural that you end up using more money to risk. Am I wrong or am I right? So with that being said, you have to take your profits out and you have to start out. You have to either start out where you started with the last week, or you have to start with less, because here's the thing. If you start with less than what you started last week, you're not gonna risk more than what you risked last week, and you might not even risk as much as you risked last week. Right? So it's all psychological, and it's all to help you in your head. It's all in the head, and that's all trading is. It's literally all in your fucking head. Right? There is no cheat code to this. It's literally you make money and you take it out the week on the end of the week, you take it out and then you restart the next week. Now, if you start off with like $100 and you turn it into 1,000, then you might not want to go back to $100. You might, if you start off with 1,000 and you turn it into 10 in the end of the week, somehow magically, you're not gonna want to go back to 1,000. Right? Because obviously, you know, there's so many different circumstances and situations. So I'm just speaking for the general. Right? So what is the amount of money that is enough for you to use to trade with every week? What is the bottom line? That's right, George. That's right, Georgie. That's right, Georgie. 5,000. I think 5,000 is like the perfect number. Bottom line, I'm sorry for those who don't have that much, but bottom line, if you have five grand in your account and you want to use that, it's good enough, because not only can you buy sort of expensive contracts, but you can buy little ones, right? So for me, right, I mean, who here have the luxury of using more than 10K or 25K? No, I have not been swinging anything. Not really. Okay, if you have the luxury of using more than 25 grand, then you're lucky, because not everyone is that lucky, right? And so since not everyone is that lucky, then you have to understand that if you have a smaller account, you're at a disadvantage. Period. Everyone spam 1K challenge. Dude, I'll signal the 1K when I see something good for the 1K. The thing is, who saw that signal I did last on the 1K when I was like full port and we made like 15%? It's not easy. It's not easy. If I want to just remember what I said. If you have remember that $1,000 challenge that I mentioned, I'm like, make sure you have how much money to use for that account. What did I say? 3. So you need to have at least, you need to cover your ass 3 different times. So if you lost money, you have 2 more times. You have 2 more chances. Anyways, I'll do that sometime this week when the market presents itself with the good opportunity, then you jump in. You don't just make up fucking trades, right? You don't just make up trades in the middle. Like, you don't make up trades out of thin air is what I'm saying. How many of you agree with me? You don't just come into the market in the morning and make up a trade. You don't make the fucking trade. You see it, it comes to you, you take it, and if you don't take it, you're asked out. Boom. You wait for the next one, and that's it. And here's the thing, everyone wants to make money every fucking day. Everyone feels like they're obligated to make money. Everyone feels like they have a need to make money every day. No, you fucking don't. I didn't trade on Tuesday. Did I still make money? Yeah, I still made fucking money. But, and I'm just trying to fucking help you guys out. It's like, bro, you don't need to trade every day, but you need to work hard enough and be disciplined enough to where okay, here's the thing. You don't need to trade every day, but you need to work every day. Does that make sense? You need to try to find opportunities every day, but there are going to be days where you just sit there and you don't find shit. It's not that you don't find shit, it's just shit doesn't look good to you. If shit doesn't look good, you don't take that shit. Right? And it's just like, sometimes it sucks for you to just sit there and not make anything, but I'd rather not make anything than lose money, is what I'm saying. Right? Why were there no alerts for the 1 to 8K? Here's the thing. when I post something, everyone sees it, right? There's a lot of pressure. But if I just, what if you just buy this, buy this, buy this without having pressure and people fucking breathing on your neck? When are we gonna sell this? Then what the fuck? I'm not gonna, you feel me? Like this is what I'm talking about. And I did post some of the signals for that. But I'm just saying, sometimes you do a lot better when people aren't breathing down your fucking neck. Yeah, you have fucking 100 messages asking you, hey, when do I sell this? Bro, it's been 2 minutes, bro. It's been 2 minutes. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? This is what I'm fucking talking about, dude. It's like dealing with this shit. It's hard, but I'm still gonna try to help everyone, bro. Like, and like I said, it's harder to grow an account from 1,000. So you gotta wait for the right opportunities to come, because if you don't, you're gonna lose money. Like, for example, let me show you something. Let me draw something. Let me do a visual fucking aid, because some people need a visual aid, right? Some people don't fucking listen to words. They like pictures. So for those of you who like pictures, I'm gonna draw some fucking pictures for you guys. You guys can see my screen, right? What is the purpose of Boiler Room charging $200 a month? Alerts? The fuck? What else? My OnlyFans, bro? You don't give any. Yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. Now I'm gonna kick your stupid ass. You don't make any. Did you fucking see last week, bro? Yeah, you're out of here. That just pissed me the fuck off. Let me see. Hold on. RAH. Raw. Head ass. Anyways. Okay, so I'm showing you guys. So let's say this is the market. This is let's say this is 1 day of the market, right? So this is open and this is close. Open and close. Open and close. That's the price action. Now, someone who has, let's say I have 100, let's say I have 100K. And then let's say my brother has 1K. Who is more likely to make money in this situation? So get this, right? Let's say these are 5-minute candles, right? So these are 5-minute candles. So let's say, let's say these are 5-minute candles. And then let's say you see this candlestick, and then you see this breakout right here, and you enter this trade right here. If you enter this with $200, and let's say you have a profit target, somewhere around here, and it doesn't hit. By the time it gets up here, you're probably only up like $10, $10, $20. Do you get my point that I'm trying to make here? Certain market situations, certain market conditions will not allow your account balance to grow because you don't have enough to capitalize, to make money. You don't have enough to make money. You literally don't. You don't, because $20 to you isn't shit. Now, if I make, right? So this is 200, right? So how much money did I just risk from my $1,000 account? So how much is 200 off of 1,000? 20%. And then how much is $20? How much did I just make off of this? So if I use $200 on this contract, how much did I just make? 10%, right? 10%. Now, if I did that with 100,000, will the numbers be different? Will the numbers be a little bit? Will the numbers make a little more sense? Only because it's 2,000. Does that make sense? You can make 2,000 off that move, but only if you have a certain amount to use, right? Now, certain people, they look at $20 and they're like, bro, what kind of fucking, I'm not gonna take this $20. I want to make more. But if you made 2 grand, you would have been like, yep, I'm out. Why? Because this person has the luxury of using more than this person, and the perspectives of both people have different, the perspectives of both people are kind of fucked, because this guy doesn't look at percentages, right? He doesn't look at percentages. If you just use percentages when you're trading, if you just use percentages, that's all. Just use percentages. You will be better off in the long run, right? So that's why I'm like, dude, if you use percentages and you focus on 2 to 7, what? 2 to 7 what? Percent of your account per day, you're gonna compound. And that's the most important thing. You cannot stress on how much money you're using, because if you have $500 and you only have $500, that's it. It is what it is, right? You got to make the best out of your situation, and you can't complain about what situation that you're in. If you were handled bad fucking cards, then you're handled bad cards. You have to use those fucking cards somehow, right? What good is complaining? What good is crying? What good is bitching? What good is moaning? What the fuck? What good is it? Right? What good is crying about what you have? It's like, dude, I only have $100. I only have $500. Okay. So what? Like, bro, what the fuck? Do you want me to cry for you or something? It's like some people are like, dude, I only have $100. Well, fuck, that sucks, but shit, everyone's been there. And this is why certain people aren't even fucking successful, because they bitch and cry about their situation. They don't do anything about it. It's like, yes, I understand you want to make money in trading. I understand you want to make a shit ton of money, but you gotta have money to make money. Am I right? So use this time. If you don't have that much, you use this time to practice and get your shit in, and then save money, or do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. I don't give a fuck what you do. Right? Now, what if someone just comes in with like 100 bands and doesn't know about trading at all? There's no difference, right? There's no difference with someone who just comes in with that much money, because if they lose it, they'll lose it. It doesn't matter. You'll fucking lose money regardless. So it's all about, you gotta first, in order to get good at this, it's like you have to find your consistency, and you have to stay consistent, and you have to have a system in place. You have to have a system in place. So you have to have, what's it called? A systematic strategy for trading. Systematic. What does systematic mean? It means for me to enter a trade, right? For me to enter, for example, this is my systematic strategy. One, for example, Anyone know? Anyone want to take a guess on what mine is? I'm pretty sure half of you know what my fucking strategy is because I'd say it all the time. What is number one? So number one, and this is just an example, right? You have to use you have to use the same thing that I use. This is just an example, okay? I have multiple, like for example, I'm just gonna spill the fucking beans at this point. I don't give a fuck. That's number one. Number two, MA crossover. Number three. Okay, that's one. That's one of them, right? For example, that's example number one. Now, example number two. Kevin, you should be a professor. Dude, I was thinking about that. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I have a fucking heart attack in class, bro. No, I'm not on crack. I'm just hyped. Damn, bro, you made me jump. I watched it yesterday, and I watched them. Have you guys ever seen that movie Creep on Netflix, bro? That movie was crazy. Okay, what am I showing you? You guys see what the fuck I'm showing you though? No, I'm not just showing you the strategies. I'm giving you. You guys gotta open up your perspectives a little bit. Let me finish this. Candlestick pattern. Four. All right. So, what am I showing you right now? I'm showing you that what is PM AM? What is PM AM? Pre-market after hours. All right. So I'm showing you that, okay, what is a systematic strategy? First of all, what does it mean to have a systematic strategy? Systematic strategy. What does systematic strategy mean? Having a structure in the way you trade. That's my definition. I don't know. So meaning, for example, A has to happen, then B, then C. And if all three do not happen, I do not take the trade. Does that make sense? So A has to happen, B has to happen, then C has to happen. And if A happens, but B doesn't happen, but then C happens, will I take the trade? No, right? A has to happen, B has to happen, then C has to happen. Now, are you only limited to one systematic strategy? You don't have to be. There are, I just listed 4 that I use, that I still use, right? Now, some of you are like, how do you even remember this? All right, so how do you remember this, guys? How do you remember this? How do you remember this? Experience, and you look at the market every day, you practice, you'll remember this. I can write at least like 10 different systematic strategies. Like I can write another 6 of these if I wanted to. Now, when you have, okay, if you have 5 of these, is this not a cheat code? This is what kind of classmates you have when it's free for everyone. It's all right. For those of you that are listening and that are writing shit down, those are the ones. If you guys are just in here fooling, I don't care. I'm not the one losing money. That's on you, buddy. I'm just here for those who want me here. But look, okay. Let's say you had 5 of these, right? If you had 5 of these, are you already in a better position than someone who does not have at least one of these? Right? So you guys can just use mine. Fuck it. I don't care. Just use these 4 if you want to. This is the 4 that I use. So if, for example, if a trade doesn't present me any of these 4, and mind you, I have like at least 2 more. But if a stock does not present me any of these 4, then what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna take the trade. But for the most part, do I try to trade every single day? Do you guys see me trading every fucking day? And do you guys understand why I try to trade every day? You guys understand why? You guys understand how I'm able to find these trades? You guys understand how I'm able to be green when most are red? You guys understand how I'm able to find a fucking trade when the market is trash? Because I have so many different strategies that I can implement. Does that make sense? I'm gonna remove some people here that just a waste of space, bro. Some people just asking stupid ass shit, bro. Well, look, this is 4. This is like, look, these 4 will help you enough. I can give you 5, 6, but do I want to give you 5, 6? Not really. But these are solid though. Now, like I said, if you don't find any of these 4, then you don't have to take the trade. But if you, you will more than likely find a trade. If you have a list like this, you're more than likely find something to trade. A trade will come to you. Right? A trade will come to you. For sure. Some of you guys are asking what's 5 and 6. You can't even remember the first 2. It's like someone gives you, it's like this. Someone gives you a fishing rod, but you want the best fishing rod, but you can't even fish with the fucking normal fishing rod. You can't even catch a fish. Catch a fish with these first. You can literally be profitable with this. It's easy. Now, what's the hardest part of trading that, you know, what do you think the hardest part of trading is that that people don't ever talk about? I get it. It's emotions, whatever. But what is that one thing that people don't talk about? The hardest part. What do you think it is? Is it execution? Because everyone always talks about execution. So execution is one of them, but it's not one that people never talk about. And it's the one we talked about in the beginning. Paying yourself, not peeing yourself, paying yourself. Paying yourself. So how many of you already know that it's not hard to make money? It's just hard to keep it. That's the hardest part, is keeping that money, is to keep it. Now, how do you prevent yourself from losing whatever you just made? You take it out. It's that simple. You take it out, bro. You take it out. Because the longer you let it sit there, the more chance it has, the more chance you have of it going away. You know, it is going to go into another man's fucking pocket if you don't take it. This is a zero-sum game. So if someone loses, someone wins. Someone wins, someone loses. So if you lose your money, it's gonna go to someone else. It's gonna go that way, like the Migos. Any questions so far? Babe, no questions. Can you just give me some water? Please. And that too, for taxes, save that money, bro. See, the thing is that too. See, that's a good fucking example. That's a good thing to bring up, is taxes. Let's say you make 100 grand this week and you lose it all. And you make 100 grand next week and you lose it all. You make the 100 grand the next week, you lose it all. Dude, you're fucked. Because when it comes time to pay those taxes, what are they gonna look at? They're gonna look at your wins. You can only write off a certain amount for your losses unless you are able to qualify yourself as a what? And this is some free game for you guys. So if you want to write off every single loss that you have to qualify as a trader. You have to qualify as a day trader, meaning you have to, I don't know the whole thing about it because I already did it. I had like my account do it, but you have to, the government has to look at you as, you're trading for income. So everything that you make is for your income. So if they qualify you as a day trader, right? As a real day trader, as a mark-to-market trader, then you can write off every single loss that you have. Mark-to-market. Thanks, Kevin. So look that up. Try to get yourself qualified for that so that you can write off your losses. Now, how many of you wrote down these 4 already? There's a difference between writing it down and just taking a picture of it. I never like when I first started learning how to trade, I never took pictures of anything. I wrote that shit down I still have my old book somewhere. I filled up like 3 notebooks of shit. Hold on, let me take a bite. Boy, chugging that water. Yeah, I'm thirsty, bro. All this talking got me thirsty. All right. You guys ready to move on to stocks that we're gonna look at? You guys got this, right? You guys don't need this anymore. Okay, cool. You're welcome, by the way. Damn, no thank you, nothing. It's all right. I ain't tripping. What is that red thing I have right there? Just see that? I've never seen that red thing right there. I know. I don't even know how that came up. That's crazy. Now you can see what the ATR is. That's crazy. Okay. How many of you want to see how I chart stuff before the anyways? Like this. Mind you, right? Mind you, once you chart a stock, do you really need to chart it again the next day? No. But how do you get better? So here's the thing. This is how you get better. Every single day, I would clear it. I would clear my chart and I would rechart it every day. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I do class, I end up charting a lot, and it still gets me better because I'm forced to clear my screen and redo my charts. That makes sense? Now, if you do this on your own, you're gonna get better, dude. I guarantee you this. Okay. Fuck. Gas, but I smoke. All right, now I have my entries and I have my my exits, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to make charts, to make levels. It literally does not take a rocket scientist. Some people that some people who teach people will try to make this so fucking complicated when it's not. Like some people will literally make stock trading seem like it's like the hardest thing that you do, when in reality, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. It's not easy, but anybody can do it. Now, how many of you have made like $1,000 in minutes before? Be honest, how many of you made $1,000 in like 5 minutes? It does. I don't care if it's only once, twice, thrice, quadrice, quindrice, sextrice. Regardless, what I'm trying to say is, what other occupation can you make $1,000 in minutes? And what other you can lose it in minutes or even seconds? It's the same shit. Lose and win. Someone says drug dealer, OnlyFans. Yes, so an occupation where you don't have to sacrifice your morals or your freedom. None, right? Just trading. So, with that being said, is it important for you to stay on this path and keep trying and trying and trying, even if you fail? Is it important for you to stay on this path and for you to try to make something out of yourself with this? It's important, right? It's important because you can't make this type of money anywhere else. Now, does that mean does that mean if you jump into this, you're going to do this full time? No, don't be stupid, right? It takes time, obviously, but finding consistency will take, how many people are like, dude, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take for me to be consistent? What's the answer? What is the answer? 5 words. It's up to you. That's 4 words. If someone asks, how long is it going to take? As long as it takes. Right? I heard this thing the other day where it's like, if, like this is the thing where it's like, if you knew what it would take for you to get to where you are right now, 5 years ago, if someone told you you have to get through this, you have to get through this, you have to go through this, you have to go through this, would people still, would you go back in time and redo the same? I'm like, if someone told you have to go through all these things to get to where you are, would they redo it? No, they wouldn't. Right? And that's the beauty of it. Right? You're gonna go through what you're gonna go through to get to where you want to go to. And everyone goes through different things, right? Everyone goes through different, obstacles, and everyone's gonna go through different obstacles, but at the end of the day, it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, you're gonna be successful depending on what you choose to take out of every single situation. For example, in trading, you're gonna be successful depending on how you choose to react to every single situation that the market presents to you. Right? Exactly, Tony. How much you put in is how much you get out. Okay, Amazon on the 4 hours, what are we looking like here? We might get a bounce or what? So look, what is a key level in Amazon? So the key level for me is whatever level is right below the moving average, which is 104. So if tomorrow we fall below 104, that means what pattern is going to be respected and what pattern is going to be valid? The bear flag. Now, if we break the 21 moving average on the 4 hours tomorrow, what pattern becomes invalid? The bear flag becomes invalid, and then we can look to trade to the upside. But for the most part, kind of betting on the bear flag here on the breakdown. I want at least 102, 101. Neo. Okay. Okay. Damn, dude, Neo looks crazy. How do you know where to place these levels? I'm not even gonna go over that. You gotta watch. You gotta practice, son. You gotta watch the videos, son. We're way past that. You know, for some people, you're gonna be slower than this, so it does. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is why looking at multiple time frames is key. So you have one top, two tops, which is what? This is what's called a double top, right? This was a double top, right? Boom, double top, and then we come right back up, and we break that double top. So now we have a new high. So who is in control in this equation? Is it the buyers or the sellers? The seller, I mean the buyers, right? Now, that's how you analyze on the hourly, right? Now you move on to the daily and you try to figure out what's happening, right? So on the daily, so this is the first top, this is the second top. Now in the past, we've had a resistance level there for a while now in the past. Boom. So now if we broke that, right, what is our next high? Can't see. Well, you're gonna have to get better at reading charts, buddy. Where's our next high? 24. That's the next high, right? So when we're looking at swing highs and swing lows, this is our next swing high. So this is going to be our target, our ultimate target for NEO. For us to make a trade and have a profit target, we're gonna use the 21 breakout and the 24 profit target. Now, is it gonna take a day? Because look, the ATR is $1.66, so it's not gonna take a whole day, right? It's probably gonna take a few days. If we continue to go up, this is something you can swing for like a week. I have no idea how I got my ATR like that, to be honest. I don't know what happened. Apple, damn, dude, everything is so cheap. You know, from a technical analysis standpoint, everything looks what? Bearish or bullish? And then this is one thing that I kind of struggle with is sometimes you have to use common sense. Everything looks bearish from a technical analysis standpoint, right? But the more bearish it looks, and like that one day last week where it's like, oh, how did you know people were gonna buy? It was like, bro, we had 5 whole days of us going down. It only makes sense for us to come up when everyone's expecting the Fed to say some good shit about the market, then expect buyers to come, right? Ultimately, I'm not bullish on Apple until we cross this. Why? Why? Give me 2 reasons why. This is where the moving average is, and this is where we had the buyers come in last time. So now we have, so if the moving average was a part of your systematic strategy lineup, and then if it's like, okay, number one, number one, the candlestick has to break through the moving average, and and the number 2, it has to break through the support, and number 3, there has to be a confirmation candle that closes above. Boom. Now you get another potential strategy that you can add to the mix. Does that make sense? What I just said? There are so many different strategies that you can add to your arsenal, and it's like, the more you trade, the more you'll know. The more you practice, the more you'll know. The more you're on demand, the more you'll know. What is on demand? Does anyone here not know what on demand is? Right here. You click this. You click that. You can look at the past and you can trade the past as if it was today. It lags a lot. Yeah, it lags sometimes, but you just keep your laptop there for like an hour and come back to your laptop and it won't lag. I promise you. You don't, what is the reason? You know, why do you think it lags? Because someone just said it lags. Why do you think it lags? Because they're trying to conjure up all this data from fucking years and years of price action, right? And of course, it's gonna lag a little bit. SPY, indecision candle. Not gonna buy calls until we go over yesterday's close. Until we're above yesterday's close. So if we're above yesterday's close right now, then I'm gonna buy calls if we're above last week's support level. Why am I using yesterday's close? Because that's where the price action closed, right? That's where the price action ended, right? So you got to think about it like this: supply and demand, right? If you think about it in a supply and demand aspect, sellers came in at 370 and stopped out at 366. So if we're above 360, if we're at 367, then we're at a good place when it comes to buying the dip. So if we're already above 367, then I'm going to wait until we're above 371 for tomorrow. So above 371 tomorrow. If we're already at like 370 right now, I don't know what we're at. I don't know where what SPY is at after hours right now. But if we're somewhere near 370, then I'm going to wait until 371.20 or 371.50 to enter calls. Should I join Boiler Room if I only have $300 in my trading account? Fuck no. I'll look at one more name for you guys. Tesla at the man level. This is simple. So just make a line going like this as a support. If we break below that line, you buy puts. Now, when do we buy calls? We buy calls after we cross up above all these wicks that it's made resistance levels in the past. This one, 1, 2, 3. So it made a support there. 4. So until we're in that general vicinity, we won't buy calls until then. Because if once we're above all that, right? Once we're above all that, then we can buy calls. And this is perfect because once we're above all that, this is where the moving average is. So this is where the supply and demand will switch, will flip, and this is where we can buy calls. If you guys enjoyed today's class, please take a picture and tag me. Shit, I might just write down 5 and 6. If I get 50 tags, I will write down 5 and 6 and I will give it to you guys. Bro, there's 442 people in here. I can get 50, right? Take a picture and tag me, and then I'll give you 5 and 6. You guys are either in Boiler Room or the class pass. So I'm going to write 5 and 6 in the Boiler Room and the class pass. If I get 50. How many of you need 5 and 6? If you need 5 and 6, then tag your boy. But anyways, you don't really need it. Because some of you can't even remember what is some of you can't even remember what number 1 is. What is number 1? What is number 1? You guys can't remember what the fuck number 1 is. Gee, do you remember number 2? Number 1, remember, it's the stochastic crossover on the 15-minute, and then number 2 is the EMA crossover, and number 3 is the pattern breakout. That's for number 1. For number 2 is increased volume and breakout of resistance, and the stochastic crossover. How the fuck do I remember this? Because I remember this. Telling you. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming. If you guys enjoyed today's class, thank you. You know, I hope you guys all succeed in this game. I'm here to help you, obviously, but you gotta help yourself. Right? You gotta help yourself. If you can't help yourself, then you're not gonna be successful in anything. Good luck this week. Hope you guys make money. And I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Later.